Now we need to discuss the how the object can be placed in equilibrium under different number of forces. So basically, consider that how we can place the body in equilibrium under two forces. So as you write there, the equilibrium of the body. Can you name this condition for the equilibrium of two forces? Right, this condition for equilibrium of two forces. For the equilibrium of two forces, right? As I mentioned yesterday, you can see if you have body like this, let's say if the two forces acted on it, that is to be equilibrium, these two forces should be equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, and they should be in the same line. Right, which is this is in equilibrium that the two forces acted on it is to be opposite to each other and equal in magnitude. The body, or let's say something happen. So then the line of action should be same, the magnitude should be same, and the direction on the direction should be opposite to each other. Okay. First you write there. The first write the first condition there. Right. These are the conditions we need to write the first condition right there. The two forces should be equal in magnitude. Two forces should be equal in magnitude. Two forces should be equal in magnitude. And right, the second one, the two forces should be act in opposite direction. Two forces should be acting. Two forces should be in magnitude. Right, in magnitude. And second is that two forces act in opposite direction. Direction, and the last one, the two forces should be co-linear. So it's the same line of action. Two forces be co-linear. So then you can draw this diagram because two forces acted in the body. It's equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, and in the same line of action. Then we can say that the object is in equilibrium. They are resultant force is equal to zero. Here the moment of force about any point on the plane is also zero. Okay, you can draw this. Dengan berulang hari game. Jangan berulang hari, on hari itu kian har. Tiga hari nanti. Yang nama hari hari na, jangan berulang, oh kian. And give this time to the okay. Then write the next one. This is a condition for the equilibrium of three forces. Right there, right there. Condition for the equilibrium of three forces. Here, condition for the equilibrium of three forces. They come around and come at the club. Right? It's simply. But under three forces, here are two cases. Then right under that, the first case. Okay. Condition for the equilibrium of three parallel forces. The first case, right? Condition for the equilibrium of three parallel forces. Three parallel forces. Three parallel forces, that means three forces which are called in coplanar also. They should be at the same plane. That if the body is under equilibrium, and the three forces only they acted on it, so those three forces should be in the same plane. That means coplanar, right? So then the big sum of forces in one direction should be equal to the algebraic sum of the forces in the other direction also. Right? To make a first condition for the equilibrium of three forces, three parallel forces, right? Parallel forces here. I will draw the diagram. Like in practical situation, we can say that there are two strings. We hang a rod with these two strings. That's the condition that the forces, like they are marrying to one. To end this as a plane. Then right there. The three the condition is right. The first condition. First condition, right? The three forces should be parallel and coplanar. Three forces should be parallel and coplanar. Coplanar. And coplanar. In the second condition, right? The algebraic sum of the three forces. The algebraic sum of the three forces right? The algebraic sum of the three forces in their direction should be zero. In their direction should be zero. Their direction should be zero. In the third condition, right? Third condition, the algebraic sum of all the moments. Algebraic sum of the moment. Here is algebraic sum of all target between the mid force should be equal to zero. Like summarizing sigma, right? And third one is algebraic sum of the moments. Algebraic sum of the moments of three forces about any point of their plane. Algebraic sum of the moments of the three forces about any point in their plane. Any point in their plane should be zero. Their plane should be zero. Okay. Then this will be get out like this then. let's say this is A and this is going to be B. The distance to this point will be let's say this is x1. So let's say this x1. So I'm going to get the x1, right? And then let's say this is y. So as the first condition, we can say that is f1 plus f2 that should be equals to minus f3. I'm considering this process in upward. F1 plus f2, that's f3 is downward, that minus f3, that is equal to 0. For the first condition to be satisfied. That sigma f, where the first condition is that sigma f should be equal to 0. Sigma means that's the sum, algebraic sum. So in this direction, I'm calculating this one can write this is the first equation for the condition. Okay. And then we are going to go like this and then right. මේක මම පුට්ටක් පොඩි වෙනසක් කරන්න ඕනේ පොඩක් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් මම අපරදී වෙනසක් කරන්න. ඒක උනම three forces. This is one if go okay. I'll consider the point P at any point P, right? That they are the more reasonable you can write in at any point here again at the specific pain, I will use it as without any specifics, right? So you can write the distance from here to the point P here x and distance to this point the other one is in y and distance for P with the f3 is the unit circle. Okay. So according to the first condition is the algebraic sum you can write f1 plus f2 minus f3 is downward. And then you can take the moment about the point. I have made the point there and say the rod and then the point P is there. So I'm taking the moment about the point P that also should be equal to 0 according to the condition, right? So here this you can write that taking the moments about P, moment given by this f2 multiplied by the distance, perpendicular distance is y, and moment given by this f1 is minus, that is f1 into the distance x3, perpendicular distance, and as the same direction, that's sorry, the opposite direction is about the P, f3 given the moment downward, so that is in minus f3 into z. Okay, the second is that's the way you write the equation for the system which is in equilibrium under the parallel process. You always write this equation, then you can get a better. Just solving the equation, then you can find what are the unknowns. So we will discuss some examples later. First, you write. So we consider all the theories, and then we discuss some. Private. Hi, Maka. finish line, raise your hand. Hand raise curve one, so then I can get an idea of the finish. Right? Okay. I'll raise this, right? They write the second one under the equilibrium under three forces, the second one, right? It can be held for the equilibrium of three non-parallel forces. Three non-parallel forces. So, I thought that something happened to the video. If you have anything, the video is not clear or it's something, yeah, let me know. Okay, now it's okay, right? Because in some cases we are having some video recording. Camera okay, I'll erase this one, right? Now it is the condition to be equilibrium under three non-parallel, like this kind. The main condition is that these three forces should be intersected at one point. And also these three forces should be on the same plane. That's we call it a coupler. So this is should be in coupler and concurrent. Coupler and concurrent means that it is the same plane and they should point that intersect together. When the line of action of those all the forces should be intersected at the one point. So it is must, right? This is let's say the forces 50 to the R, let's see. And also the next condition is the first condition is the point which will be in the same plane, right? This coupler and also it should meet at a one point. And the last condition is that these three forces can be represented along the side of a triangle in their magnitudes and direction. Right? The cross triangle agree, we forces the so then how can draw the cross triangle then? So if this force is, let's say it's starting from P, the force P is to this direction, draw the P and the Q to this direction. So because this P I'm drawing here, it should be parallel with this one, and this magnitude should be proportional to the magnitude of the P. The length should be proportional to magnitude of the P. And the Q, let's say this angle is alpha. The whole angle alpha supposed to be parallel with the Q and angle alpha there. This is Q and this R is vertically down, right? R angle between the Q and R, let's say this theta. I'll take different way. This is P and it's let's say gamma alpha. This is gamma. The angle between this P and R, which will be P and so here you can see this P parallel and Q parallel and R parallel. So then you can, if you can represent these three forces with a closed triangle, so that means those the object where forces acted on one object, there is equilibrium. When the Pakal forces acted on anybody, their force can be hit by anybody. But if you extended the line of action of these forces, it should be at the single point. And in this case, you can say that Another theorem is there, but it's not used in physics. It's called the Lamis theorem. The Lamis theorem should be satisfied. Mathematical students, they know this one. If this force divided by the angle, sine of the angle of the other two forces will be a constant for this kind of equilibrium. If P divided by sine alpha, that should be equal to Q divided by sine beta, that should be equal to the R divided by sine gamma. So those are constant. I will give that one also, but for MCQ one, you can use it. Okay, first we write these conditions and then show this. Let's write conditions. The first condition, right? Is condition for the equilibrium of three parallel forces. We write the first condition. The three forces should be coplanar. The three forces should be coplanar. Three forces should be coplanar. And then it is acted on the body. And then write the second condition. Second condition, right? The line of action of three forces. The lines of action of three forces. Lines of action of three forces. Lines of action of three forces should meet at a point. Should meet at a point. Should meet at a point. And then write the third one. Write the third condition. The three forces should be able to represent it. The three forces should be able to represent it. Presented by three sides of a triangle. Three sides of a closed triangle. Three sides of a closed triangle. Closed triangle. Three sides of a closed triangle. Taken in order. Taken in order by their magnitudes and direction. Taken in order by their magnitudes and direction. Their magnitudes and direction. So this triangle we can say it is the force triangle. The triangle of forces, and this is the law actually. It's called the theorem of triangle of forces. Right? Force triangle theorem. We can use, right? Okay, force triangle theorem in mechanics. If the body is in equilibrium under three forces, these three forces can be represented by closed triangles by their magnitudes and directions. So you draw this one, this triangle also we call this the triangle of forces. The converse law also correct. So it's correct. And if you can represent three forces under the triangle like this, so then these three forces under two. You can draw this one. So here we can say this, let's say this is a triangle I'm drawing like ABC. So then we can say that it's the AB with AB plus BC plus C. Actually, positive, ignore it. Very good questions for that. the three forces. So you need to identify by three forces there, because in some cases there are more than three forces, but you can reduce it to three. Because if the force acting, the two forces acted at the same point, then you can get a resultant of that as a single force. So in such cases, you need to get that resultant as single one. And then try to know, because if they are given it as equilibrium, then try to simplify to three forces and get it to make it from diagram as the three forces, the line of three forces are intersect at one point. If you draw the diagram like this under the three forces, then you can fix all the questions. Very much difficult questions. There are seen questions because in your term test exam also, I put a one question related to this part, right? So easily you can go through it and then get the answers. You can score the full marks for the question. Not one difficult one. This lesson also. Finish the drawing with we move to the next one. So the last part that is take to remind many courses and any number of courses. So we can use that parallel, sorry, the polygon rule or polygon theorem. So if three forces there, we can represent it by the triangle, three sides. And if there's a n number of forces, you can represent it in the n number of forces that is under equilibrium. You can represent it with the polygon with the sides in. Anyone of you having some difficulty to solve the questions and you're learning, you let me know in I knew how to it's cool also. I can have some lesson missed and then you don't know how to solve the questions, and if you have any difficulty, then let me know, then I can help you gain the knowledge, because having a lack of knowledge, we're going through this level, then it's not. You cannot be scored enough and you cannot be good result. Right. Then write the last one. The condition for the equilibrium of any number of coplanar forces. Here we will start about the coplanar forces. This condition for the equilibrium of any number of coplanar forces. Forces. I will erase this one, right? Sure, I'm not going to erase. So the condition is that if you consider the reciprocal sum of the forces in one direction, it should equal to 0. And also the algebraic sum of all the forces perpendicular to the direction you selected first should also be equal to 0. And the moments, the algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces about any point in the plane of the forces, that should equal to V. These are the three conditions to be satisfied. These are all the cases in equilibrium. The main thing is that the resultant force becomes zero and the moments about any point should be equal to zero. Here, let's say, okay, we know that in consider the resultant force and the momentless that you discussed. That's any if a body is under any number of forces, we can represent it. We can reduce this to two forces which are perpendicular for a system which having a resultant. I mean, right? So that's Rx and R1. You can see that is the X component of the resultant, and that is the Y component of the resultant. Right? If there is no resultant, right? So this R you can write as R equals to Rx square plus Ry square plus square root of this. So if it is in equilibrium, this R should be equal to 0. Right? So R to be 0. So then both X, Rx and Ry should be equal to 0, not only one. The both one should be simultaneously equal to 0, right? So it means that's the start, and if the system is in equilibrium under many forces, then you can say that the algebraic sum of the components of all the forces along x direction or any one direction, that should be equal to 0, and also the direction perpendicular to this should also be equal to 0. So all the algebraic sum of all the component of the forces and the moment about any point equals to 0. That's a condition, right? Okay, let's rewrite it. And also if they are in equilibrium, we can represent this by a polygon with the side n. If there are n number of forces, you can represent it in the closed polygon with the sides number of forces. The number of forces at equal sides connect in a polygon, you can represent it. Clear. Then first write the condition. Let's write the first one. First one, right? The algebraic sum. I'm going to this right? This. How we can do this, right? First one, right? The algebraic sum of the components of all the forces. The algebraic sum of the components of all the forces in any direction should be 0. In any direction should be 0. The algebraic sum of the components of all forces in any direction should be 0. Any direction should be 0. This is the first condition, right? And then I this second condition. The algebraic sum of the components of all the forces. The algebraic sum of the components of all the forces the sum of the components of all the forces in a direction perpendicular to the above mentioned direction. In a direction perpendicular to the above mentioned direction should also be 0. Should also be 0. Should also be 0. And third condition. Third condition, right? The algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces. Algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces about any point in their plane, about any point in their plane should be zero. The plane should be zero. See, let's see the force acting in this direction. The force is there. The force is there. One force. So I'll take this and remove this make angle alpha with horizontal, and this one make an angle. This make an angle theta here. Let's say this sun is an reaction. This is gamma. This is the trailing. This is the angle delta. So it's this is the four. And also I'll consider the point O here. And extend this force and perpendicular direction from this point O to this one. Let's taken it as x2. And the perpendicular direction to the force f1 from the point O. Here let's say it is x1. And the perpendicular directions to be force f4 and f3. First f3 you can write it. It has x3 and it has x. So according to these conditions, the equilibrium we can see it. Equilibrium we can see it. And if you consider the resultant, so that and the mix up along the y direction, which we can write in the f1 is minus this. When the component to downward, there is f1 sine alpha. The minus f1 sine alpha. This f2 is given upward. This is plus f2 sine beta. This also given upward. This is minus plus f3 sine gamma. This gives the downward one, and this is minus. I'll take this delta angle in this side, right? Maybe at the end, for example, we're going to the capital half. Then you can see it minus f4 of delta. So those into the delta p. So the absolute sum is 50, right? And then take the moments in x direction. Not the moment that will become So it is then one cos lambda. You can say let's say 2 sine cos beta and here minus f3 cos gamma and plus f4 sine beta. That should be equal to b. This is the second condition. Okay, that's if you consider one direction and others you should consider perpendicular to the first direction. And then third condition, that's the moment about O should be equals to BC. So you can write the moment about O that should be equals to 0. And the moment of there's some taken the moment here, this will give the moment to this clockwise direction. So that F1 into the perpendicular direction is x1. And it is negative because I'm considering moment in anti-clockwise direction. And this F2 given the moment also in the clockwise direction. So minus F2 into X2 and F3 also given the moment clockwise direction about O minus F3 F3 only the F4 given the residue like and clockwise direction moment that is X4 into X. So that should be equal to 0 according. That's how if the forces acted on the plane which are having in the same plane. So you can write the equation under the three conditions of you can write the equation like this. Then just getting the components and then we get the average components in X and Y components. And here taking the moment about any point. I'm considering O because I mark all the distances from O. That's why. Because to take the moment, you need to know about the distance also. The perpendicular distance from that point you need to then copy down, right? So then these three forces acted in the same point, we can say that it should be represented in a polygon. After that, we can write that out. We can finish the writing. Let me know then to the next one. හරිද? දක්වන්නේ. then එතන මෙහෙම ලියා ගන්න මේ and if a large number of forces, if large number of coplanar forces, do that right? If large number of coplanar forces, large number of coplanar forces in equilibrium, then it can be represented by a polygon of forces, with their magnitudes and direction. Polygon of cross polygon kilometer and surrounding. A cross polygon of forces with their magnitudes and direction. Their magnitudes and direction, right? Let's can see like this. We have it's same as the one and you also need to keep in mind you need to present it in order. What are you going to mark? When the mark is from there. Not very intense, I will take 3 4 is and 5 with the cross polygon, you can represent these all causes. So then it is in equilibrium. We call it is the polygon of forces. Okay, if you can represent this is the cross polygon, so then you can say like this is AB plus BD plus CD plus EE. And E that as a vector sum because of its inequilibrium. In the equilibrium, then you can say like this. Alright. You're writing this, right? Now we write the exam. For example, they got the compartment, so now from the හරිනේද? මෙන්න ඉවරයිනේ. Okay. Then write an example. Write an example. A ladder is placed. A ladder is placed. Ladder is placed on a smooth floor. Ladder is placed on a smooth floor and held against a rough vertical wall. A rough vertical wall. Right question is the ladder remains in its position. Is the ladder remains in its position. Okay, this is the ladder. This is uniform ladder you consider, right? So this is smooth floor, right? This is rough wall. So we can place this in a position like this. You need to write the reason, right? Or the yes or no. From the no question, right? The reason. As a person, I will you have to writing this. But in this kind of case, you need to draw the forces acted on. Then you can say that the forces acted on the ladder, the weight of the ladder, the center of gravity is like W, let's say. A normal reaction from here is normal reaction, let's say the R1. A normal reaction of the rough surface is, let's say the R2 here. And this rough, this is smooth, so no friction there, but the rough surface is having a friction because they are having a tendency to move to rightward, right? So then this will going down. So the friction will apply opposite to the direction of its tends to move. In this there is the if let's say R4 is the and this is the case. So these vertical forces, they are having upward forces and downward forces, they can be balanced. But they are having only one force, R2, not the horizontal. There's no other force in the horizontal to balance it. So at least there should be two forces to balance, right? So because one is opposite to the other. So it means that the R2 will not be balanced by the force. So it cannot be in equilibrium under this position because it will be sliding. There should be the friction too. If there's a friction, which have a tendency to move this way, and then the force acted on the rod will be opposite to that. So then can this R2 can be balanced? Then only you can place this ladder in this position in equilibrium, right? So we'll write this. You can mark this order process. First, draw this diagram and mark order process. Then I will give you how to write the answer. Okay, then write there. According to the free body diagram, according to the free body diagram, so here the free body diagram is given. According to the free body diagram, there is an unbalanced force R2. There is an unbalanced force R2 in horizontal direction. In horizontal direction. Horizontal direction. Right? It requires a force opposite. It requires a force opposite and equal in magnitude of R2. Equal of magnitude. Opposite and equal of magnitude R2 to keep the ladder in its position. To keep the ladder in its position. Right, then write the second question. I've given another, we'll discuss some two, three questions. Okay, then write there a smooth sphere of radius simple r. A smooth sphere of radius simple r. Smooth sphere of radius simple r. And weight W. R and weight W. Thanks by a light string. Thanks by a light string of length simple r. Thanks by a light string of length simple r. The radius is r and also the length of the string is r, right? Right, one end of the string is fastened. One end of the string is fastened. To a point on a smooth vertical wall. To a point on a smooth vertical wall. And its other end is fixed. And its other end is fixed. To a point on the surface of this sphere. To a point on the surface of the sphere. This is the wave. And then write determine the reaction of the wall and the tension in the string. Determine reaction of the ball and the tension of the string. The tension of the string. That is right here, given that the rate is current, weight is W, the rate is R. Length also the R, the radius is also R. You can mark that the also send it to do. Okay. Now, right. So the process what are those second? Ball given the reaction only, let's say it's R, and tension of the string is 60, right? And these three forces you can see it's R to this section, and weights is down. These all three forces are the intersect, the meet at the point of the center of the speed. Control line. Tension is to this section. That is 90 degree. And if this angle is theta, you can find this theta. That is sin theta equals to the, this is R, and radius, and this is R, and this is also R. So this two is half. So sin theta half in the theta equals 30 degree. It was 30 degree. So we can say this is 30 degrees. 90 and this is 60 and another 50 degrees. It's W and this is R. And then you can consider the big sum of all the forces should be equals to 0. And the G sin 30 X equals to W. The sin 30 is half, then T equals 2 down. Oh, sorry, here not the sin 30, no, this cos 30, I have to put cos 30, this is the center divided by so it is cos 30 half, that should be 16. Then it should be it is 60, this is sin 60. Not sin, there is sin 60. Then sin 60, that T over sin 60 root 3 over 2 x W. So then the T equals the tension equals 2W over root 3. And then the horizontal force you can balance, then the R should equal to the T cos 60. So the T cos 60 is half. Then half of the tension is half of this R, then R should equal to W over root 3. This is how you can find this R and W. So T and R with in terms of R and W. If you couldn't understand, let me know, then I will explain again, but uh, you can copy down. One of you having any difficulty? If you don't know, can you get an idea how to get the answers, and let me know, then I'll explain. Where is well, the two string supported to when the weights are one unit two, and the weight of the block, let's say it is Newton units. Question India, remember? Find the tension in each chord. Find the tension in each chord of the string as shown in the figure. As shown in the figure. You can find the tension of T1 and T2. This is the third question. And this is the fourth. Let's go this one. And in this case, the all its strings are there, and 1, 2, 3, 4 strings are there. We need to find the tension of these 4 strings. Take up the system now. Make the chords on the weights. Weights of forces 200 Newton and 250 a short, right? Determine the mind forces in each section of decay from the point. You need to find the tension out. I will mark in the meeting. And T3 here. So this one T3. And this T4. Action and reaction. So you can find in T1, T2, T2, and T3. If I give you more time, then I will come to this side. Well, it is really, and in 45, it's a 45, you can say. Then taking made that consider the processing identify some of the processing direction, which is D2 sine 45. First 45 method. First 45 is equal to weight 15. When it is you know that first 45 root 2. So when it is 50 root 2. And horizontal process T2 sine 45 that's equals to T1 here. The T1 you're gonna that so it is 50 root 2 then sine 45 50 root 2 into sine 45 no root 2 then it is T1 equals 15. It's not difficult. So going the multiplication now. Everything is given in the figure, then you can find this T1, T2, and literally consider that's up to this point we consider that it's under the equilibrium of not in three forces, right? Here it is the one force and R2 and 3 and 4. And here it is under three forces are 2 and 3. Yes. So I did it. Also, you are taking the moments about the you can take the moment actual where then given any distances, you cannot get the moment, you need to consider the retardant to be equal to 0. Right. This is 45 because of 45 agency. This is 60 and this is also 60. For the equilibrium of this point, you can see it. T3 direction of 60 plus T4 plus 45. And when you consider constant 2033 sine 60 that's equals to T4 cos 40. T4 cos 40, right? This is T3, that's 3 over 2. And then T4 1 over root 2. You can get the relation with the T3 and T4 and then substitute here, then you get find. I'm going to simplify you have to be simplified. I will check this code. I will simplify for right. Then here I can substitute there. Then I will take this 3 has that is T4 times root 2 over 3 half 1 സുൽത്താന മൊമെന്റ് ഉപകരണ വിദ്യ വാക്കിയായിട്ടുണ്ട്. In time Sorry. So we're going to see how we within 224.4, right? And then the T3, then conceptual there, and also we can find the T3 here. So that will be around that's 183.101 Newton. So look at the then the same thing you can do for this number because you take the all you all that. So then the T1, then T2 also you can write. That's T2 will be then 306.6 Newton and T1 will be 255.8. Can simplify and because that's root values, you can get the value of that and then can simplify it for the two decimal places. When you get we can try to run, I will next day we will see your workings, right? Okay. First, then the state of equilibrium we will discuss in next week. It's called the episode that other way. But if you have any questions or any doubts regarding this, you can ask. Some other questions I will give you. Questions I'll keep at the end. We spoke discuss. Do you have any doubts or any questions up to this point? Because I'm going to write winding up the session. No questions? To go through this kind of simplification and then try to review. So these are the answers to this. Okay, if you don't have any questions, then you can do get into for the participation and then if you have any question, you can come these questions and doubts on Monday. So we'll discuss also and continue the lesson on Monday. So one day I will cover that the state of equilibrium. There are different states of equilibrium. Three states we call the stable equilibrium and the unstable and neutral equilibrium. After that, we'll go to the next one, that's the work energy and power session. No question then? Okay. Good night. Bye. You can leave. Okay, God bless and good night. You have any questions? Hello, Sanara, can you hear me? Do you have any questions? No questions?